Back when I was 8, which is primary 2, I got in contact with basketball and many other sports which I took up as hobbies. But when I reached secondary 3, I started playing the sport basketball seriously. In no time after I started being serious, a friend of mine who plays basketball with me, which is also a scout at a local basketball club, approached me and asked, "Hey Darren, do you intend to play at any club?" I said no, because I was afraid of exposure and was never asked questions like that. He then continued and said, "I think you should go for trainings outside so that you can improve yourself." He also said, "Why not come over to my club for training?" Upon hearing that, I was so happy and I agreed immediately. So I went for trainings regularly, as he said the competition was nearing, and this caused me to get nagged by my mother, as I would reach home at 12 almost every night, and she would scold me by saying, "You think playing basketball will get you anywhere? It will just cost you your studies." So the competition was nearing, and I just got back my mid-year results, and it was horrendous. After showing my mother the results, my mother then condemned me to go for the last few trainings, as it was just before the competition. She would cut my allowance, and I had no choice but to stay at home. After missing a few trainings, my coach called and asked, "What happened, Darren? Why did you not come for training?" I said, "Because of my mom and my results." And he said that I was selected to play as the main 5, which is to start the match for the club. After hearing that, I was upset and angry at the same time. I was upset that I couldn't play and angry at my mother, who did not allow me to go for training. I cannot even start any proper conversations with my mom because of this. So during my holidays, she nagged at me to study, so that "You think not allowing me to play basketball I will study?" This is what I told her, and she said, "Get out of the house." So I just picked up all my things and I get out of the house and stayed over at a friend's place for a few days. After a few days, my dad called. "Hey Darren, there will always be another competition next year, so what your mom is doing now is for your own good." I did not give him a reply, and I just hung up. After a few more days staying over at my friend's place, I finally thought it through, and I went home and studied for my N-levels. Eventually I made it to Sec 5, but at the price of doing what I like, which is to play basketball and most importantly the competition.